Hello, welcome to the Build a Better Business program. This particular edition is all about opportunities. There are so many opportunities in our 21st century world. We're very, very privileged, but sometimes we can also feel very, very overloaded. If you understand the neurology of the brain, you'll understand that we're only using 10%, if that, of what we're capable. But so much of what goes on is dealt with in our unconscious. We're not consciously aware of the fact that we're breathing. We're not deliberately making our hearts beat. We're not deliberately blinking our eyes. Our subconscious, our unconscious deals with all of that for us. What it also does, apart from protecting our physical bodies, is it tries to protect our mind by filtering through all of this constant noise, if you like, that we get. Not just the noise that appears in our eyes, but the noise that affects our eyes, that affects our senses, that affects our smells. And it filters through and only lets us become consciously aware of things that our unconscious think are important. Now, our unconscious isn't another being. It's not somebody completely different. It's actually part of you. So how can part of you be making decisions about what's important for the rest of you? It's partly to do with focus, and it's partly to do with the messages that you present to yourself. So if there are all these opportunities out there, how can you give yourself a message so that at an underlying level, you're starting to filter through everything and actually recognize the things that you really want to recognize, the things that really are important to you now, and not things that were important to you 5 years ago, or worse, when you were 5. Because some of the things that occurred to us in our childhood can actually be still traces that are coming forward and influencing our daily lives right now. The answer is quite simple. It's all about focus. Now, you can do focus in a number of ways. You can be very aware of your language, so you can speak a positive language. You remember when you go to the supermarket, if you still shop that way, and it always says a sign saying, "Don't forget your bags," because what they want you to do is use the cycling bags. Well, your mind cannot process a negative. It can only process a positive. So instead of reading the word, "do not forget," it reads the words, "forget your bags." And I don't know about you, every week I forget my bags. A more positive way to raise that statement is to say, "remember your bags." So start thinking about your language. Are you using negative language? So even, for example, with a child, "don't do that," "don't climb on there," "don't touch." You're actually sending out an unconscious message to the child saying, touch, climb, carry on what you're doing. You can use language to say, "why don't you come and sit here? Why don't we read this book? Why don't we go for a walk?" And use those positive words as a way to reinforce what you want to happen, because we process the language based on the positives. So it can also be about towards and away from. So some people say things like, "I don't want to be fat, I don't want to be fat, I don't want to be fat." If you listen to the language, the only message you're getting is, "I don't want to be fat." If you consider what you want is to be slim or to be healthy, and you use a statement like, "I want to be healthy, I want to be healthy," then you're in a much stronger position for your mind to focus through and present to you opportunities to live a more healthy life. Now let's think of that in terms of wealth. I don't want to be poor, I don't want to be poor. I want to be wealthy, I want to be rich, I want to be financially free, whatever the statement is for you. Now, at an unconscious level, your mind will be clearly able to think through what it is that it's supposed to be doing. I want to be wealthy and financially free. The message to my unconscious mind is to find me opportunities where I can act in order to become financially free and wealthy. So you're now going to be looking at opportunities. And of course, if I just leave it as opportunities, you're going to be looking at everything and be completely overwhelmed in the next 21 days and not know what to do next. What I'd really like you to do is build on all the previous videos and to think about what opportunities you want to find for yourself. So you could be in property, you could be in business, you could be starting out, or you could be experienced. Think about 3 opportunities that you would like to identify in the next 21 days that will help you move your business forward. Depending on the type of person you are, either write these down on a piece of paper and print them out, maybe add images if you want. If you're a mind mapping sort of person, make one of those curly clouds in the middle, write the word opportunities, put 3 lines off of it, and then actually write what those 3 opportunities are. Any way you want to represent this, create an image, put it on a shelf or the wall directly in front of your eye line over the top of your computer screen. Make sure you take a photograph of it and save it as both the front screen for your telephone and for your iPad. Even if you can, save it as the screen for your computer. And let's do everything we can in the next 21 days to focus on those 3 things that you want to identify. So, for example, if you are looking to invest in property, it might be that you want to find a house. You'll need to be specific, because otherwise all you'll do is see houses everywhere. So you want to find a 3-bed, 2-reception house in a specific area for a specific purchase price. Then what you want to do is you want to really understand the numbers of investment deals. What about that specifically do you want? And then maybe what you want to do is raise your profile when you go networking. If you're in business, maybe what you want to do is define a new product, or identify a new client, or find a new marketing channel. Think about the opportunities that you want in the next 3 months, focus on them, create that image, and then make sure that your every effort is not just on focusing them, but then receiving those messages for when your unconscious is going, "Hi, I've just found something that might be of interest to you. You told me you were interested in being financially free, or finding a house, or taking a new product to market. I found this for you." It's an article, it's a person, it's a message, it could be anything, and spot those and then act on them. So it's all about focusing on those opportunities this month. Make sure that you do that, and I'll see you again in the next episode.